Hi, I'm Tori Marta, and I will be talking about Grigori Rasputin. Grigori Rasputin has made his way from Russian history to Western pop culture throughout the last 95 years. He's been depicted hot and cold as a saint or a mischievous schemer. His healing powers, women's spellbinds, and manipulative hold over the Russian government has all been continuously questioned. He has been recognized as one of the most mysterious men of his time and might as well be known as one of the most controversial characters of the 21st century. With little known about his young years, his notorious life with the Romanovs, and even more infamous murder, he lived a roller coaster life that would fill any man with curiosity. Now, you may be asking, who is Rasputin? Well, he was just a shepherd's son. He came out of nowhere, and when he was 19 years old, he was married to a beautiful woman. They had 3 children. After he had his 3 children, he had an affair and had another child. He didn't really know what to do with his life, so he traveled the world, and he went to Greece, and he went to England. He just kind of was trying to figure out who he wanted to be, and after getting in trouble with stealing, a man took him under his wing and taught him about the monks, and he became very taken by this particular sect, and what they did was they believed that you would sin as much as possible, be the best, most accomplished sinner you could possibly be, and then once you've done that, at the very end of your life is when you repent. So he made his way walking around telling fortunes and reading palms, and he told people that he had healing powers. Well, he decided to go to St. Petersburg, and there he met the Romanov family, and at the time, their youngest, Alexandria, had a awful case of hemophilia because of all of the mixed matching they were doing with their families. So Rasputin came in and he said, "I can fix your son." And with that, a little bit of what people think was hypnotizing, he made all the bleeding go away. And he did this to several other people. He tried getting close with a lot of the family members, but a lot of them wouldn't take him in. But Nicholas Tsar liked him a lot, and under his power, Nicholas asked him, "Should I make my cousin the Duke?" And Rasputin was like, "I believe so." So he made him the Duke. And because Nicholas was just now getting into the Russian army, his wife was left alone at home to be the domesticant, and so Rasputin and her talked all the time, and a lot of people believed that he was seducing her and her younger daughters, and that he was trying to ruin the Russian Empire. And a whole bunch of speculations went around, and finally, some people were saying we need to kill Rasputin because everything's going downhill. And Rasputin was like, "I'll tell you this much. When I die, the Russian dynasty will go down, and if it is one of yours, it will go down, it will be gone, but if it is not, we will go in peace." One day, one of his older friends was like, Felix said, "Would you like to come over and meet my wife?" And Rasputin was like, "Of course, that would be great." So he went over to the house, and while he was over there, they had poisoned the cake, which we now found out that the poison, when they put it inside the oven, it actually kind of burnt to a crisp, so it was fully gone. But so after that, they started beating him to death, and they shot him, and they rubbed him up in the carpet. And now they have some of his male reproductive organs inside one of the museums. For my visual aids, I have this book called "The History's Worst Decisions and the People Who Made Them." And it's an amazing book by the author Stephen Ware. And inside this book, on page 102, is where I found out about Rasputin and the Russian dynasty. For my other visual aid, I have a picture of my mother and I, which actually looks quite similar to a picture of Anastasia and her mother before the Romanov dynasty went down. Now, a lot of people believe that Anastasia and Rasputin had kind of a confrontational relationship, when in fact, they were actually extremely close. And when she was abducted and killed. He actually had died way beforehand. But Rasputin was a very interesting character, and I loved researching him, and I would love to teach people more about him. But he emerged from the unknown, stirred debate, and died the unthinkable death. He will continue in the brains of the inquisitive, the fists of all who believe he wronged, in the hearts of those who deem true. And one of the most controversial characters of the 20th century is still a mystery. So I'm going to leave you with the question of, what do you believe?